The Ill-Advised Wise Guys presents Who Got Next?
All right, we are back once again with our Who Got Next segment, the most popular segment that we got going around. And we have a special guest, one that we are really excited to have join the show. Q, you got anything else you want to say before we introduce her?
DMV's very own, the talented, fantastic Henri B Styles.
In the building. What's up? What's up?
What's up? How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing great. Just released my single High Now. So, I'm on cloud 9. It's about time. I think it's been like 5 months since I put out music. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how have you been sort of like adjusting to quarantine state? Like, how have you been during this time, and how are you and your family? How's everybody doing?
They're doing really good. I'm taking this time to really focus on my mental health and also just getting into my creative bag for real. But other than that, we're good. We're inside. We're staying safe, and yeah.
You wearing masks, I'm assuming? Are you abiding by the laws?
For the most part, but I don't like it. I don't. I'm not about to hold you, but I mean, gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And also that, you've probably seen like all the movies on Netflix, right?
Nah, I don't watch that. I don't really watch TV like that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, no, not really. I'm usually outdoors, or I'm writing, or I'm singing, or I'm watching like podcasts. Just, trying to gain some knowledge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
I'm a podcast head as well. Like, I feel like I'm one of those OG podcast listeners. So what are some of your favorite podcasts? We're trying to get to know you a little bit. And because I'm sure there's some people out here in the DMV who want to get to know you as well.
Okay. Well, I'm just starting, these podcasts, but there's one, her name is Mo Diggs. I forgot the name of the podcast, but like I've been listening to a lot of her. I could send some, some episodes from her if y'all really want to, get into it.
So Henri, I've listened to your music quite a bit. I love it, actually. What are some of your inspirations as an artist? Who are some of the people that inspired you to do what you do?
Lauryn Hill, Erykah Badu, Jhené Aiko, Michael Jackson, Beyonce, Rihanna. Who else? Yeah, mainly them.
Okay.
Yeah, those are my inspirations.
What I love about your sound is that it seems like you got multiple sounds, which makes sense. Like you mentioned Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill was, somebody that could rap, sing. She can get on some neo soul stuff, and she can get on some hard stuff. Like she can out rap anybody. I feel like you got that style, like something similar to that. Would you agree?
Definitely. Oh yeah, of course. Yes. Like I'm a versatile artist. I don't like to be boxed in. I want to do a lot of things. And that's why I was so drawn to, Lauryn Hill, because it's like she can rap her ass off. She can sing.
Definitely. Yeah.
So she's dope. I love her.
It's funny you say Lauryn Hill, because as Quincy was saying, I took a look at your music as well and listened to it in and out, and I really loved it as well. And so there was a song on your Lost Files project called Invasion of Privacy. I definitely heard what I thought was a Lauryn Hill Lost One sample. Am I right in saying that, or am I off?
It did. Because when I played it back, I was just like, oh, okay. That was what I was, especially the doo-wops.
Yeah.
Got you. Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely inspired by her.
One other thing real quick because I just want to touch on some of the, your projects that you put out a little bit, just to get some insight on that. So you had a song called A Cry to God, right? And it was an acoustic version. So you had some really interesting bars that I thought was cool that I wanted to highlight. You said I took this L, turned into Mozart. The devil tested me. He wants a cold heart. I break the nigga, shake the nigga, I rebuke the nigga. I mean, I get it. The devil is a bitch, but like, what was going on? I just want to understand what was going on around that time that made you have those type of bars. And also, is there a complete version of that song laying out anywhere? Because that's a dope ass song.
Even though it was like with an instrumental, no. But I was going through a really tough time at that time. You know, I had lost my job. You know, I felt like the odds were just against me, and I was like, this is the devil trying it, you know. And I just had to put my faith in God, and I just felt as though, you know, that was my conversation with God, for real. This was literally me venting to God, like, what do I need to do? What can I do? You know, because I'm not about to let the devil win. No, not today, saying no.
Not at all.
The devil is a lie.
The devil is a lie, a manipulator. Devil got bad credit.
Facts.
Period.
The devil smell like shit. What else?
Exactly.
Keep it
what
going.
else? We can keep going, right? So Henry, from your, I guess from an artist standpoint, from your first album to your second album, I heard a lot of growth.
I'm glad. Okay.
Is that something that, if you can elaborate on that, like your growth as an artist from that first album to that second one?
Yeah, I mean, Alter Ego was just an introduction. I was showing my audience, you know, just the different sides of me. And Lost Files, I was getting my bag, but with Lost Files, I was just creating, for real. I was just creating and releasing. Maybe didn't really have there was no structure. Mm-hmm. It was just me creating and just releasing it.
Mm-hmm. And so, you know, from that growth, is that from like experience, like from you just being able to like touch the mic for the first couple of times and things that you wanted to tweak? Or was it like things in your life you were seeing or things that were happening to you that just allows you to like grow as a person or with your music? Was it like more experience or like more just getting better at your craft? Or is it both?
Both. Definitely both. Yeah. It was definitely both. Mm-hmm. It helped me to just tap in, for real, because I make great music from personal experiences, and that project allowed me to do that.
Okay. That is always great to see. You know, for me, I'm like, which we didn't get your age, but obviously you're super young, you know.
Come on, bro. You don't ask a woman her age.
Don't
do it, man. Don't do it. Let me go ahead. Yeah. let me be the one to say that, man. I'm sorry for my guy right here.
All good. You don't ask a woman about her age.
What's wrong with you, man?
But, you know, you give off super youthful vibes. And so, you know, for somebody to just, you know, continue to grow even so quickly, I feel like you're striving for greatness. And it's always beautiful seeing somebody, you know, that's early in their craft striving for greatness. So
that's the goal, longevity. You know, I want to be with the greats.
Yeah.
You know, when people say Henri B Styles, it needs to hold weight. You know, that's longevity. That's what I want.
I guess on a lighter note, have you ever noticed that your music by any chance intimidates men? You know what I mean? Like, not in a bad way, but kind of like, I noticed you got a lot of bars, you speak very confidently, and I can see how some men would probably be a little intimidated. Have you come across that by any chance?
Nah, but I do feel like, I don't think so, but it's cool if it does, because you got competition. I mean, that's the goal, to be better than these niggas. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's interesting. If men are intimidated by my music.
I'm gonna be honest. I love when women artists intimidate men. I love that because I feel like it's about time we get some intimidation, you know. And
it's about time.
It's about time, you know, we get intimidated for real.
I agree. I actually agree with that, man.
Some of the artists that, you know, what I love, we mentioned Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill was like, yo, I can go bar for bar with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Janae was like, yo, no, I'm that woman. Like, you're gonna respect me, you know, and I'm gonna make you feel a little uncomfortable. And I think the good thing about it is it resonates, that message resonates with everybody. It can be applied to most situations that we got to deal with in life. So I think that's pretty cool. I have a question for the process of you creating music. How does that process look like for you? Is that something like you got to get nice and cozy inside a booth, or you got to have certain foods by you? You got to...
For the most part, I just need to be comfortable. And like, once I hear the beat, I automatically start freestyling, especially if it's something that I like. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'll like lay something down. It's really, when it's time for me to create, I'm really like quick to, you know, start writing something. It's pretty simple for me. It's really quick.
It's really quick. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah.
It's like
with singing at least. You know, rapping is a whole different ball game.
You kind of get like a feel for it, right? Like you kind of like hear the beat out, get the vibes of the song, and then like from there you just kind of figure out which way you want to go with it.
Exactly.
Oh, that's interesting. So
exactly. If I can listen to a beat, let's say 10 seconds in, and I have something automatically, then that's the one.
Okay. So with that way of creating, does that, like for when you have an album mode, is it something that you're looking for certain beats? Is that something where you're looking for certain vibes? Or do you just say, hey, like if this beat gives me this vibe, I'm gonna rap or sing this way. And you know, whatever happens, we're gonna put that collection together.
For the most part, yeah. It really all depends. It really all depends. Yeah, it depends. It depends on the vibes.
Okay.
On the vibe, on the beat. I'll sit on it and then make my decision from there.
So I want to talk about your new song that you just put out, because I'm sure you're really excited about that.
I am.
High Down. I checked out the video. I guess it was a visualizer. Is that what you guys are calling it? Not really a music video per se, but I thought it was really cool. I thought it fit the times we're in. Everybody wants to be outside. It's real sunny. It's real vibey.
We showing love to Mother Nature.
I loved it. And so with that being said, because you was kind of, I saw a couple scenes. You were in like a little forest area looking place. What was that shot anywhere in this area, the DMV?
So we shot this and it was in Virginia. And I'm really earthy. So I already had something in mind, and we just went from there. We just started playing with locations, and it fit the vibe.
It fit the vibe.
Fit the vibe.
That makes sense. The
vibes are really important in general. I can tell they're really important with you. So do you have? Are you?
And I'm like really earthy too.
Are you a candle person?
I love candles.
Yeah.
Candles.
What's your favorite scent?
I have a lot. I can't pick one. I'm indecisive as fuck. So I don't have there's too many.
All right.
You know what? Going back to the song, which by the way, I was jealous when I was in the video. I was like, man, I'm jealous. I want to go outside, like just out free. But so in the song, what I noticed was it seemed like it was a whole bunch of genres bunched together. How did the process for you making that song, how did that process go for you?
Okay. I can't remember it vividly, but I remember being in the studio. I was high as shit. You know, the producers I was working with, you know, they played this beat for me and I was just like, damn, this is hard. Automatically I was like, I had to rap. I had to rap. And for some reason I thought of Kendrick Lamar. So yeah, I thought of Kendrick, and I was thinking of what was the song? Fear. There was a part in Fear where he's like, I'm high now. And that automatically popped up. I was like, what is that song? What is that song? So we played the song, we looked at the video, and I was like, okay, I want to take this part and make it my own. So
holy shit.
so I was just like, okay, started playing the beat, started writing, then I got in the booth. Honestly, I didn't know what the fuck I was writing because, you know, I was high. Sometimes I make my best songs when, you know, I'm under the influence. I'm just like, okay, let's just try this out. Let's do this. Yeah. And it came together really nice. It came together really, you know.
It did.
It was cool.
It thought so.
It gave like it was artistic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, certain songs you're like, yo, this gives me artistic vibes. Like somebody was in a zone. They were in their own world. And then the music video matched it. So it was pretty dope to me. And you know, it was just one of those joints that just put you in that mood, that vibe.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And I felt like it was necessary to add like the futuristic sounds with that. I was inspired by like Erykah Badu.
Yeah.
Because she has a song called The Healer, and like just those sounds I wanted to add, you know, certain elements to the song. It came out really cool. I fuck with it. I fuck with the song.
Me too.
Yeah, I think we all fuck with it. You know, it immediately made my saved songs in my Spotify list immediately off the rip. That's a fact.
I don't save every song. Like
I do not. I rarely save songs. I'm telling you.
If you got a saved song on my library, that means like you was doing something. You know.
Period.
100%.
Stamp.
So what's with that being said, can we expect songs like High Now? I guess in the future, or you got something else up your sleeve? You got something else in that bag of yours?
I got a whole lot. Yeah. Maybe. Who knows? I don't want to say too much. Yeah, just stay tuned. Stay tuned.
I would be remiss if I didn't ask you this question. There's a lot of, you know, unsettledness, I would call it, going on right now with the whole Minnesota situation with George Floyd. How do you feel about that? And just, I guess, let us know your thoughts about that.
Oof, I was just talking about it. It hurts me and it saddens me that, you know, history is repeating itself all over again. And it's really perspective. Like, we need justice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought of my younger brother. I was like, what if this was him? I would want to fight until I can't fight no more. So I feel like as a community, we need to come together and we need to continue to protest. We need to continue to protest, continue to spread awareness, and invest in Black businesses. You know, educate ourselves, you know, so that we can be in a position of power. So, you know, we can have real change, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to be a part of these protests. Shit. I'm trying to be on the front line. You know, anything that I can do, I'm with it. What's up?
Yeah. That's for sure.
That's
yeah,
real.
so
that is, we
and it's sad. It's really sad. Like yesterday I was so upset. Like damn near cried. I was just like, what is going on?
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's unfortunate, man. It's like we keep seeing these images, we keep seeing these videos, and it's just like, man, if you're not strong, it can break you. It can really, really take a toll on you. Sometimes you just feel helpless. You know what I mean? But
and I wanted to. Sorry, I was going to say. I wanted to add was that what I noticed was I loved how a lot of people responded to it. You know, there was legit anger. You know, there was legit anger from Black people, white people, Spanish, Asian. You know, there was a level of frustration that I think, you know, showed in every area, everywhere you went, everywhere you looked. whether it was TV, social media, whether it was just like going to the grocery store or something like that. I loved how people responded to it, you know, and I think it starts with the artists. It starts with the actors. It starts with the activists. It starts with those people that got a voice outside of just regular voices. They got music voices, movie voices.
It's important to use your platform.
It's important to use
100%.
It's important. And it's the people, and it blows me that you just can't be silent in a time like this. No, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't.
I feel like silence is an act. It's almost like you're complicit, whether or not you think that's what it comes across as. But it doesn't. It almost feel like you're not helping the situation when you don't actually stand up and at least voice your your displeasure. You know what I mean? Like, what if you're not going to go out there on the front lines, try to do something? And I think you're right, Q. There's been a lot of that going on. Granted, there's been a lot of rioting as well, and we can debate whether or not rioting is good and whether or not it actually dilutes the message. I've seen people say that. Personally, I think the rioting is
conversation.
It's starting the convo, right? It's letting people know the temperature, what type of time people are on. This is not okay to just keep doing, keep treating Black people like this. So, I mean, it's just a consequence of the circumstance. People are going to destroy things.
I think there's only so many times that you can try to control somebody's reaction to something bad. But on a lighter note, Henry, I have a debate with Uche that's going on for the last couple of years. He's gotten on me on this, and I want to hear your opinion about it. Mambo sauce. Are you supposed to put mambo sauce all on your chicken? Are you supposed to dip it? Do you like mambo sauce?
I like mambo sauce. I dip it.
You dip it?
I do.
Okay.
I don't know if it's bougie or nothing, but I'm gonna dip. That's just me. That's just me.
That's just you? Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm definitely a dipper of mambo sauce. I believe Ooch, you put it all on your chicken, right? You pour it on. Sometimes you put it on your rice too.
Bro, I don't know why you lying on me. But it's cool though. It's cool though.
Really
I do appreciate mambo sauce. You got to have a generous amount. You have to.
You have a generous amount.
Okay. Yep. That's what it is.
See,
a generous amount. Not too much.
Generous amount. There you go.
Because you don't want the mambo sauce to soak in the chicken, and
Nah.
Exactly.
That'll mess it all up.
Exactly.
So seeing as we on the topic of DC and mambo sauce, I would be remiss if I did not mention the DMV music scene and sort of what's your take on that, and also, you know what I'm saying? Do you have any like other artists in the DMV area that you're planning on working with, that you're already working with? You know what I mean?
With the DMV music scene, we have a lot of talent here. Like a lot of talent here. But working with anyone, not at the moment, but I do fuck with like Froggy Raw, Matt McGee, Alex Vaughn, Odd Mojo. The list goes on for real. Rico Nasty.
Yeah.
Ari Lennox.
Dope. There's a ton of talent. I just cannot wait for the scene to really pop off, like in a major way, because I really feel like just because it hasn't happened, so do I. I really do. Just because it hasn't happened yet don't mean it's not coming. There's so many talented people, whether we talking about rap, soul, R&B, like the list goes on, And I think the more we have platforms like yours and what we're doing here in the DMV, trying to elevate the scene, I think we can maybe get there. So it's cool to see you doing your thing. We definitely appreciate you as a talent out here.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
We hope that you shine bright.
And don't forget about us when you like blow up big time. Like if I ask you $50, like please help me out.
I got you.
I might
Here's
ask for a
$100
little,
bill.
Slip me like, like little $20.
Couple bands, you know what I'm saying? Take that.
couple shopping bags. I think she's talking about shopping bags, not like real bags. Cute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You see how? Yeah. We're not gonna talk about that, but definitely keep us in mind. We appreciate you for joining the show.
Thank you so much.
I
It
appreciate
was a
y'all for
pleasure.
having me.
It was honestly a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much.
Absolutely. We'll talk again soon. All right.
All right, bet. Y'all have a great one.
You too.
You do the same.